Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I have a special guest today, a good friend of mine, Michael Robbins, and he is an abundance revealer. So welcome to the show, Michael.
Thank you.
Of course. Thanks for joining us, man. We'll dive into the first one. The first question I have for you, Michael, is what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Well, I was going for my PhD. I've been in college for 10 years. Had an assistantship, so I was burning the candle at both ends, teaching as well as studying. Turned in the dissertation when they said I wasn't done. I couldn't believe what came out of my mouth. I wanted freedom. I said I quit. Lived on the road for 12 years without working. That was an experience. And then my current wife got pregnant, and I tried to run away. I wanted freedom. I didn't want to change diapers. I didn't want to get a job. And that began my search. How can I be happy and free in the circumstances I'm in? I read everything I could in philosophy, psychology, religion, spirituality, and I didn't want to just believe, I wanted to know. So the point is that sometimes in your darkest hour, most difficult times, it's often the greatest opportunity.
And what's the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
The most valuable thing is something that much of the world does not know. We are much greater than we think we are. There's a real self, us, a higher self, which is just absolutely incredible, amazing. And to know that is to absolutely change your life, to get to know the perfection and the power of that.
I love that. And what is your best piece of overall business advice? So not necessarily industry specific.
Your business is not your source of income. Your higher self is. Your business is just a channel. And it makes a whole lot of difference when you understand that. And then you can align with the laws of the universe so that your business prospers in a much greater degree.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Well, basically that's it. Just tune in to who you really are, not who you just seem to be. Your body and personality, you're much greater than the self that you most appear to be.
So if you don't mind, I'd like to dive a little deeper into this. So now, when you say tune in, if you were to kind of explain, how would one tune in if you were to try to explain it?
Well, first you have to understand and read so much information on higher self, on awareness, on your real self. Then there are all kinds of methods, meditations, which can take you in. Breath work is very, very powerful. And also understand how that being operates and then align your human self with your higher self.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for explaining. And I'm excited for your answer on this one. In your opinion, what is the key to happiness?
Definitely the same thing. Happiness is knowing who you are, because who you are is so magnificent, so brilliant, so amazing, ever increasing, and we're all destined to go there, and it's ever evolving. So, no matter what happens in the realm of circumstance or effects here in the third dimensional world, we can focus on a reality that's beyond that, that's unchangeable, that's magnificent, and happiness is definitely there.
And what is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
So many books. That's a hard choice. I've read so much, but I'd say The Way of Mastery, which is a channeled book of channeling Jesus. And it's so human and so real, and just teaches people the simplicity of connecting with the real self. And and what have I learned from that? I guess the ease of connecting with the real self through that channel.
And what is your favorite quote and why?
I like what Jesus said when he said, what I have done, you shall do in greater things. Even many Christians don't take that as a destination, but he's saying that the real us is one with that magnificence that he demonstrated, and that we all are capable of advancing in that awareness and ultimately demonstrating just even beyond what he did.
I love it, man. Thank you so much for coming on. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where is the best place for people to find you online?
It's www.michaelrobbins.me. And I'd be glad to have a conversation with anyone about how they can improve any aspect of their life.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure to be here. Great work that you do. Have a great day.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.